Thursday night, the best. All right, a moment to check out. Numbers for Walker Kessler.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. At small and power forward, it'll be Matherin and Siakam. Quentin Grimes out there with Halliburton. And it's Kessler in at the 5. And for the Bucks, they've got Jalen Brunson. Gary Payton II is out there with Paolo Banchero. Then there's Brook Lopez, and it's A-Train in at 2 guard. Now here's Payton. Over to the wing. The kick out to Brunson. Shot clock at 3. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Payton, no good. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. And for head coach Rick Carlisle, this is the 3rd stint with the Indiana Pacers.
He begins as an assistant coach with them back in 1997, leaves the organization, but returns as the head coach in 2003, leaves after 2007, and then back in 2021, and now, of course, the winningest coach in franchise history.
And Brunson, here we go. Payton, no good on the 3. Down low. Lopez with the steal. Here's A-Train, covered by Grimes. A-Train passes to Banchero. Here's A-Train. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Halliburton outside. Siakam, the pass to Halliburton. Now Grimes, guarded by Banchero. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to spend a few minutes with Doc Rivers. He talked about the importance of trying to control the pace of the game. Coach said, quote, Halliburton and his offense like to play fast and push the ball up the floor. So we want to limit their fast break chances and make them play in the half court. We'll see if they're able to slow them down. Brian?
Allie, thank you.
It's gotten to the point where you have to chase Jalen Brunson off the perimeter. This guy will really hurt you from deep.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Last month, these are the teams that have been getting it done on offense. 5th best, the Bucks.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately, running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a 3-point play. And early on, growing up in Cameroon, Pascal Siakam originally trained to be a priest.
It's an incredible story, B.A., because his father sent him away to pursue that vocation, but in fact, Pascal was miserable. And it wasn't until he attended a basketball camp that he found love of the game, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, B.A., the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
And that was good, Brunson.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Halliburton misses. Milwaukee in the lead. Brunson passes to A-Train. Now Banchero. Pass to A-Train. 6 to shoot. From the high post. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Oh, stolen by Payton. Now here's Banchero. Lopez, the screen on Siakam. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. In transition, here come the Pacers. Mathurin with the ball. He's picked up by Banchero. Count the basket.
Well, Kessler always looking to score down low. A nice finish inside.
Outside Payton. Banchero outside. 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
Some nice passing by Indiana here. Siakam, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
Well, because Jalen Brunson's such a terrific decision maker, you can tell how confident and comfortable this team is when he runs the offense.
And he drops the first. And the rise of Jalen Brunson has been fun to watch, Doris. No one saw him being this good.
I would count myself amongst those people, B.A., and it's extraordinary. Jalen Brunson has proven highly effective, all league level effective, without having elite athleticism or size. And what that speaks to is his intelligence on the basketball floor. He has proven without those 2 qualities that you can be effective at the highest levels of the game. You have to admire it.
And finished off by Kessler.
Well, tremendous strength and authority on that dunk. Nicely done, Walker Kessler.
Left side Brunson. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul. Saric checks in for the Bucks.
Second team foul. Now into the lineup for your Bucks, number 36, Dario.
Here's A-Train. 15 in his last outing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Brunson. Halliburton with some nice D.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Kessler, a screen on Banchero. And finished off by Kessler.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the Milwaukee Bucks. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And the score might not reflect how well they played that night and how calm they were down the stretch.
You know, so crucial when you have someone on the ropes. Keep them there. Stay in complete command. Avoid those crucial mistakes. That is well done.
And another miss by Milwaukee. The Pacers have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Mathurin finds Kessler. Here's Siakam. Poke loose. Oh, stolen by Payton. Now Milwaukee moving it up. Brunson with it. Grimes covering. Here's A-Train. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Banchero. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Brunson against Halliburton. Over Brunson. Halliburton misses. Milwaukee has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Three-pointer. Buries it from 3. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Boy, you better expect a steady diet of three-point attempts. Tyrese Halliburton gets beyond the arc.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And it's time to get loud. Welcome your forward crew to the floor.
Up going with a new group. Let's take a look at the seeding for the Eastern Conference with only 4 games of the regular season remaining. You look at the Pacers, their season's basically over, barring some sort of miracle. And of course there's the Bucks, a couple spots down.
I think for the Bucks, just already digging a nice big hole for themselves. The season has become a nightmare that few people, if any, saw coming.
They do have the talent necessary to get it turned around quickly. They won't want to wait too much longer to do it, but they can still make it a productive season.
Here's Prince. Nice form on the 20-footer.
It's a real skill to be able to move without the basketball. Taurean Prince just looking for windows to score, and he does.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. The Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based, accountability type of basis. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
He's off on the first.
What we know about Taurean Prince is he's a terrific competitor who knows he's going to lay it all out on the floor every night. For coaches, that is such an invaluable trait.
And the second free throw is good. And so Brown will bring it up for the Pacers. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, it was really just the failure to convert shots on a consistent basis. That's going to cost you games, believe me.
I thought most of the shots they took were low percentage looks. The key in the NBA is, can you get your best scorers into their best spots? They didn't do that.
Washington's shot is good.
Now, P.J. Washington's coaches and teammates always encourage him to be ready to rise and fire. Catch and shoot, just lean into it.
Pass to the professor. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Now here's Merrill, defended by Brown. Hero outside, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Quickly. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Washington grabs the miss.
grabbed that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
Inside. And he banks in the layup. Washington's got his second bucket on the night.
Well, athletic, long, P.J. Washington on the interior. Yeah, that's a pretty good bet.
Brown finds Bataze. Now quickly. There's a screen. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range. The shot, no good.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Fires the 3, and the call will be against Dario Saric. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul.
Wiseman, he's checked in for Bataze.
Indiana substitution. Number 33, James Wiseman.
For Indiana, they've got 7 of 15 to find the net. Here's the professor, and Indiana misses again.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Pass to Hero. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Here's Prince. Merrill with it. Nice D from Brown. And here's Wiseman. Quickly outside. Williams from long range. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Now here's Hero. No points yet. Merrill passes to Hero. Saric a screen on Brown. Ooh, an open look for Hero. No good on his first attempt of the game.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Pass to Brown. To the paint. Here's quickly. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Milwaukee out in front, up 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stat-wise?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
They've got Brooke Lopez. Jalen Brunson is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Washington, and it's A-Train in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Hero outside. And a miss there on the triple.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Tyson. On the wing man. Fires from deep. And Indiana misses again.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Shoots from 12, and that's good. Off the glass that time. Hero's got his first bucket in this one.
And those jumpers inside the line, I mean, they're layups for a guy like Hero.
Grant, since he's come into the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face him. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Lets it go from 14. And it's the professor with a rebound. Indiana has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to man. Here's Tyson. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Bucks. Washington's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside Brunson. Pass to Hero. Lopez, the screen on Brown. Hero for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Milwaukee this season.
The team they beat in round 1 of the playoffs last season. Now, those guys will be looking for some serious payback.
Now here's Man. He's scoreless. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez. Now here's Hero. Tipped. Here's Tyson. Here he goes. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Come on now, that's easy money.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, B.A., you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Here for the Bucks. Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Lopez. And Payton is subbed in for Tyler Hero. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Banchero. Over Batase, and Banchero gets it to go. Banchero's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
Man, the pass to Matherin. And he goes in for the dunk.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
Yeah, look at Banchero opting for the soft finish. Great to see him be so versatile with his offense.
Pass to Tyson. He takes it in. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Washington passes to Brunson. Banchero in the post. He's covered by Matherin. And here's Payton. Just 5 on the clock. Banchero the screen. Payton's shot is good. Now it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Pass to Batase. Batase a screen on Washington. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Indiana with a rebound. Pass to Tyson. Back to Man. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
All of 6'3", and Man getting off the floor. He's got some spring.
Here's a trade. Back to Brunson. Washington outside. The 3. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Pass to Tyson. Inside. Here's Bataze. And Bataze throws it down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Now here's Washington. Give him 8 points now. Van Carroll against Bataze. It's deflected. Here's Matherin. And Indiana again with the bucket.
And you got to be right up on Matherin, especially when he's roaming around the mid-range.
And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 2. And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Look for Milwaukee. Saric checks in for Washington. Prince comes in for Payton. And it's Merrill in for Jalen Brunson. So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Kessler, he's checked in for Bataze. Pascal Siakam comes in for Tyson. Tyrese Halliburton's checked in for Grimes. And quickly subbed in for Mann. Banchero in the post. Working on Siakam. Offensive board. Indiana leading. Halliburton with the ball. He's picked up by Banchero. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Here's Siakam. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
This will be his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
One shot.
One of the things that we're watching happen with Pascal Siakam is the willingness to accept more and more responsibility, both from a leadership and a productivity standpoint, guys. And it has been something else to watch that growth.
Now here's Merrill. Still no points. Pass to A-Train. 5 on the clock. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Indiana leading by 5. And though he gets lauded for his scoring ability, Benedict Matherin is also an excellent rebounder for a guard, Doris.
He's got a live body, very fast off his feet, BA. And yes, he loves to put the ball in the basket, but this guy just competitive. He likes to get after things on the basketball floor.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Well, Paolo Banchero is trying to become more vocal. He said being the best player on the team, you've got to speak up. You can't ever be quiet because at the end of the day, I'm a high-Q player. I see the game really well, and if I'm not out there talking the game, it's doing everyone a disservice. Back to you guys.
Outstanding. Allie, we appreciate the report. Free throw drops for Banchero. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, BA, he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too, but if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
Williams is checked in for Indiana.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
Here's Halliburton. And Indiana again with the bucket.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Banchero against Siakam to the inside. Merrill left side. And the layup is good off the glass. And here are the Pacers now. They're on a 16-6 run to the middle. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Now here's Saric. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Nifty move. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Boy, give Saric a lot of credit. He attracted the defender's attention because he looked determined to score it.
First trip to the line for him here.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good. Saric.
You know, I think the versatility Saric provides is big in today's NBA. This guy can play the 3 and the 4. He can shoot from anywhere. He can also hit the glass. Very good passer. There's a lot to his game.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. And both free throws good for Saric.
Well, big man that makes their free throws. Bravo.
Pass to Kessler. Right side, Williams. Quickly outside. Pure from three-point range. Quickly's got 6.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now.
Now here's Lopez. Pass to Prince, and here's Saric. 4 on the clock. Here's the 3. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Halliburton. Inside, Halliburton gets it to fall.
After a slow start, he has really tightened up his game.
Merrill outside. Lopez, the screen on Halliburton. Prince can't hit. And Williams has got the ball here for the Pacers. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game, and that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Now here's Williams. Some nice passing by Indiana here. The 3 from Quickly. Sinks his 3rd bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Well, Quickly, boy, getting an opportunistic corner 3-point shot, and he takes it.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's A-Train. Yet to see a basket. To halt the run. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Now here's Quickly. He's got 9. From the stripe. Not enough on that one as it misses. Here's Prince. From deep 3-point land. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Indiana ahead. They lead by 13. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. Coach, what's the message that you're going to deliver to the guys in the locker room?
You know, we just got to maintain energy. We're playing against a team that's a really good team. We got to keep turnovers down. We got to rebound.
Energy is something you can control. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the 3rd quarter.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action.
When I look at Milwaukee, they're not going to make the playoffs. We knew that. But they did show glimpses of what they could eventually be. Unfortunately, all of that will have to wait till next year.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Pacers. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Emmanuel quickly with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
The Bucks trail by 13. Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. At small and power forward, it'll be Matherin and Siakam. Quentin Grimes out there with Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Kessler in at the 5.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Matherin against Payton. Clock at 6. Pass to Grimes. This one for 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Here's A-Train. And here's Brunson, defended by Halliburton. Now Grimes, back to Halliburton. Kessler, a screen on Brunson. Down low. Lopez on the double team, and Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. And it's Matherin missing.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable, let's be honest.
Matherin with a steal. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. Matherin's got his third basket on the night right there. Brunson passes to Banchero. There's a screen. The baseline, Jay. Indiana with a rebound. Matherin's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Grimes on the wing. Pass to Matherin. Just 5 to shoot. They get it again. Kicks it out to Siakam. Second chance shot. That shot off the mark.
This certainly isn't how they wanted to start this half. I mean, just 1 for 5 coming out of the break. That is brutal.
And Carroll surveys. On the wing, Payton. Jacks up at 3. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 8 rebounds in the game. It's Grimes on the wing, guarded by Payton. Outside Matherin. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And one thing about Matherin, he keeps pressure on that defense.
Indiana shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Boy, when you think about Benedict Matherin, this guy is a talented, aggressive scorer. His ceiling very high. He's going to have to be a little more efficient.
Both free throws good from Matherin. And here's Brunson. 7 points in the game. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. 6 to shoot. The 17-footer. Great D that time from Halliburton.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
To the middle. And the dunk by Halliburton.
We're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Now here's Hero. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Halliburton, the pass to Grimes. Brunson against Halliburton. Over Brunson. Halliburton, no good. And Brunson's got the ball here for the Milwaukee Bucks. They're scoreless since the first half. That one goes in. Brunson's got 9.
And you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
And you look at Brunson, listed at 6'2". You wouldn't think he'd be such a handful inside doors.
Handful might be an understatement, B.A. He is a nightmare, free throw line and down. Why? Because he has moves and then counter moves. His footwork is exceptional, and I don't care what kind of defense you play, the guy will be able to get off a shot, and most often it's going to go in.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
Back to Halliburton. Three-pointer. And Indiana misses again.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
To the paint. Here's Washington. And it's the professor with a rebound. Pacers leading by 15. Grimes, the pass to Batadze. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Batadze's got his second basket.
Rhymes with dimes on time right there.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Changes. Saric comes in for Lopez, and Prince is subbed in for Payton. So Indiana going with an almost entire new group here. Wiseman, he's checked in for Batadze. Tyson comes in for Matherin. Brown, he's checked in for Grimes. And it's Mann in for Halliburton. On defense, the Pacers. Washington outside. Shot clock at 6. Hero, no good.
Geez, you can almost feel his desperation. He wants so badly to see the ball go through the net.
And that one's good, man.
Yeah, the tight window that Trey Mann had to create from, that's a big-time bucket, folks. He made it look easier than it is.
Pass to Brunson. The rebound by Mann. Indiana leading by 19. Brown passes to Mann. Here's Tyson. Back to Mann. Over Washington. Mann misses. Milwaukee's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Pass to Brunson. Ooh, it's stolen away. Here's Tyson. Count it. Tyson's got his third bucket of the night. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Pacers?
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Here's Tyson. After Milwaukee picked up a three with their last shot. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Wiseman.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Bucks trail by 20. Pass to Šarić. Now Hero. Outside Brunson. Clock at 6. Goes up at the stripe. Can't get it to drop. And so Brown will bring it up for the Pacers. To the inside. And it's the professor missing. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Hero, the pass to Brunson. From 13, Brunson missing again.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
Here's Tyson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Tyson's gotten 4 this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now here's Hero. Pass to Prince. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it. And these are the teams that have been threats from beyond the arc since the All-Star break. The Bucks, number 1.
As the season has gone on, the ball has gone in more and more. You like the trend, and they're in a terrific rhythm offensively.
Williams has checked in for Indiana. Quickly comes in for Tyson. Tyson's gotten it done so far from the field, making 4 of his 6 attempts. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Kessler, he's checked in for Indiana.
Substitution. Number 24, Walker Kessler.
And here are the Pacers now. They're on a 16-7 run. Williams misses. And for the Bucks, they're shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. Merrill passes to Banchero. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 9 points for Paolo Banchero.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Inside. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Over to the left wing. A-Train passes to Merrill. Here's Banchero. Šarić, a screen on Williams. Here's Banchero. Hauled in by Brown. Pacers leading by 20. Outside man. 1:25 left in the third. Kessler down low. Covered by Merrill. Merrill comes with a double. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here.
Jump ball call.
Here's Prince. Pass to Banchero. Down low. Now here's Šarić. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
This guy is an efficient scorer. Dario Šarić knows his strengths on the offensive end and can capitalize.
Quickly outside from downtown. Prince grabs the miss. The Bucks trail by 18. It's Merrill on the wing. Back to Prince. Pass to A-Train. Puts up a 3. And it's Prince with the 3. Prince has got his second basket of the night.
It's hard to make your way in today's NBA without being a tremendous three-point shooter. Taurean Prince doing work from beyond the arc.
Finds room and goes for the jam. Banchero.
Oh, Excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
Now quickly. To win the cold spell. No good that time. And so it's Indiana in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. No blow-bys.
And Coach Carlisle preaching strong defense there.
The basic fundamentals. Doesn't want to see anyone on his team get burned on this end.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Banchero. He's out there with Gary Payton II. Sam Merrill out there with Brooke Lopez. And it's A-Train in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Merrill, three-pointer off the mark.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Right side Grimes. Kicks it out to Siakam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 6 rebounds in the game. Payton against Matherin. Merrill passes to Lopez. Banchero outside. Here's A-Train. Three-pointer, no good. Indiana leading by 13. Pass to Batase. And here's Siakam. On the wing, Matherin. And Indiana misses again. Milwaukee's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's A-Train. Covered by Grimes. A-Train, no good. For Indiana, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Left side Grimes. Here's Batase. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Lopez. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Banchero in the post. Working on Siakam. Banchero no good. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Payton against Siakam. Quickly outside. That three's off the mark.
I'd say this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Banchero outside. Indiana with a rebound. Pass to Quickly. Here's Grimes. Three-pointer. He buries it from 3. Grimes has got his first 3 points of the game.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Pacers leading by 16. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Wow, that's a big-time power play by Quentin Grimes. Nice finish.
Merrill outside. A-Train, no good.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Quickly outside. Siakam, the pass to Grimes. They grab their own miss. Back to Batase. Merrill with it. Now Quickly defending. Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
Quickly finds Siakam. To the inside. Ataze can't hit. Bucks trail by 16. Here's A-Train. Pass to Lopez. Out to the wing. To the paint. Now here's Merrill. Tight defense on him. Drops in the layup for two.
I like how assertive he was, making his presence felt on the interior.
Batate against Lopez. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Primarily seen as a scorer, Emmanuel Quickley's defense is often overlooked, Doris.
It is, B.A., and I think the first thing about his defensive effort is important, right? He works very hard. His navigation over screens. He's very quick with his rotation. He's a really long, rangy athlete. Couldn't agree more about being overlooked defensively.
The free throw drops for Quickley.
One of the things I always like about Emmanuel Quickley, he's decisive with the basketball.
Tyler Heroes checked in for Merrill. And Quickley drops them both.
This guy's such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Here's A-Train. Hero outside. Shoots. And Milwaukee tacks on 2 more.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
Pass to Grimes. Back to Siakam. Outside Grimes. From downtown. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got his 3rd assist of the night. Banchero outside. Back to Hero. The 3. And Grimes pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Matherin. Good on the short little jump shot. And the Pacers lead by 19.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Outside Payton. From deep, Banchero. And he drains it, making him 7 for 15 for the day.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
Quickly passes to Matherin. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. To the middle. Hero finds Lopez, and it's good for 2.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. 22 was their biggest lead. On the wing, Payton. Siakam against Banchero. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. The Professors got 6 rebounds here tonight. Down low. The rebound by Payton. Bucks trail by 14. Hero with it. It's Lopez. High post. Lopez, the screen. Here's Hero. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Yeah, maybe he's not a high flyer, but Hero still loves to finish with power.
Quickly passes to the Professor. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Back to Quickly. Siakam for 3. The deep ball by Siakam.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And Carroll passes to A-Train. Quickly with the ball. Hero picks him up. Quickly against Hero. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the ball out of play. The Pacers will have it. And the Pacers making a change here. Kessler's checked in.
Number 24, Walker Kessler.
Indiana leading by 15. Here's Siakam. Caro pulls it down. Kessler with a rebound. Indiana leading by 15. Now Siakam. Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
Well, high percentage shots are always at a premium. Pascal Siakam gets a great look there.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. We have a moment here. Let's take a look at our player of the game, someone who really took over and earned this award tonight.
And I just love to see a player who plays with an aggressive mindset. I mean, he had the energy and the intensity all game. He didn't waste any time when he had his chances out there by attacking the rim.
You know, the way they've been playing lately, they needed him to take on a bigger role. He gave them the critical boost they were looking for. Now here's Hero. Puts up the tray. Oh, he cannot hit. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Now Matherin. Kessler, a screen on Payton. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Here's A-Train. Pass to Lopez. Now here's Payton. He's covered by Matherin. Clock at 4. From deep, Caro. Indiana with a rebound. Kessler's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Pacers.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far. It's Matherin with a drive.
Yeah, this is Matherin at his best, driving hard to the cup and finishing in style.
Outside Payton. Back to Hero. Shot to stop the run. Money from 3. It's an 18-point game. Now Matherin. Now Siakam. Kessler, a screen on Caro. 6 on the shot clock. Now Quickly for 3. Siakam. And Siakam with the jam.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
It's an 18-point lead. Now here's Quickly. And so it's the Pacers taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Pascal, these days you are called upon to carry this team. Does that bring added pressure?
This is a game that I love, and I just want to have fun playing the game. And I think, I got to just be myself. Like, don't get lost in everything going on. Be yourself, play basketball, have fun, and, I'm just happy to be able to go out there and play hard.
Guys, he wants the pressure. Thanks, Pascal.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long and good night, everyone.